I want to talk to you about NFTs. And I don't know who is familiar with NFTs, but I believe that NFTs is could do a lot for artists in general, but mainly for a lot of artists in underdeveloped countries. So first I have to explain to you what is NFT. So maybe I have to find a definition because I have no idea what is an NFT. Now, I mean, I know what it is, but I wanna read something clear so I don't say something stupid. So NFT means non-fungible token. So it has to do with cryptocurrency. All right, you ready to learn some things? It has to do with crypto. It has to do with cryptocurrencies, but it has to do with the blockchain. So the blockchain technology, I think I explained before what the blockchain technology is. The blockchain technology permits people to have a decentralized way to create documents, currencies, and other things that are not falsifiable. And because the blockchain technology, every block is decentralized, which means that they are not. It's not like, when something is centralized, for example, the government controls the dollar, the printing of the dollar, the value of the dollar. All this is centralized in the United States. But for example, Bitcoin is not centralized, and the different blocks, that's what we call a blockchain. The different blocks are in different computers all around the world. And so maybe we should do a whole episode about, so I'm just gonna leave this for now. But on the blockchain, you have the possibility to create cryptocurrencies, and those cryptocurrencies, they are impossible to decrypt for now because of the blockchain. Like, let's say I send money from I want to send one Bitcoin to Bruno. When I send him a Bitcoin, the transaction will be marked on the ledger, which is in the blockchain, and it will say, okay, Kaysha send one Bitcoin to Bruno. And then every block of the chain will also mark it. And this is how it's not possible to, and everybody will verify and accept the transaction. And that's when the money is sent. And this is a way to completely, it's not possible to come and hack it and etc. That's how the blockchain works, in a very bad explanation of what a blockchain is. But it's not just about cryptocurrencies. In the with the blockchain, you can also create whole ecosystems. And Ethereum is another cryptocurrency. It's the second cryptocurrencies after the blockchain, after the Bitcoin. And the Ethereum is not just a cryptocurrency, it's also a whole ecosystem where you can develop applications on the blockchain. So see it as you can have applications on your computer. You can have applications like, for example, YouTube, that work on as an app in your phone, but also as a website. But on the website, you are using an app when you go to YouTube from Chrome or from Safari. And inside of the blockchain, you can also create apps that give them the functionality of the smart contracts that you create on the blockchain are more secure, because once you create the contract and it becomes a token, you cannot come and change it anymore unless everybody in the blockchain agrees. And this is how it creates very secure applications. So I'm gonna have somebody, a guest, come and give us a better explication than mine, because I understand exactly what it is, but I didn't prepare myself to to have a long explanation about it. But what a non-fungible token is, so let me read you the definition. Yay. So what an NFT is, a non-fungible token. It's a cryptographic asset on the blockchain with unique identification codes and metadata that distinguish them from each other. Unlike cryptocurrencies, they cannot be traded or exchanged at equivalency. This differs from fungible tokens like cryptocurrencies, which are identical to each other and therefore can be used as a medium for commercial transaction. So the difference between NFT and FT, I guess, a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, all of them are fungible tokens, which means that you have a dollar, you can create a lot of dollars. You see what I mean? You can redo the definition. A cryptocurrency is like, you can decide, for example, there's 10 million Bitcoins, and then people can exchange and they go a value, etc. And you can exchange like, oh look, I have 100 Bitcoins. I'm sending you 100. I'm sending you 10, and then you're sending them to everybody. Whatever. This is a currency. A non-fungible token is a smart contract that you can create. So you create a token from inside of the blockchain, and this becomes a unique asset. So for example, or you can create it in a limited run. So for example, this is a unique asset, right? So you create this and you make it an NFT by saying you associate this to a token, and it becomes its own asset, which is encrypted inside of the blockchain. And for everybody, this will be the only one. And now, so you can represent real world item. For example, I can decide that I can associate this with a contract, and now then I can sell it or I can give it a value. But I can also do it with digital art, or you can do it for example, let's say you want to sell your house. You can do a digital contract in the future. I guess this is where we are going, but you can create a contract for almost anything. And what is interesting about NFTs in what we are talking about is that so I will leave a link, of course, in the description to something to read about it, so that you guys can really understand what it's all about. But what is interesting is what is exploding right now with NFTs is the sector of art. Because when it comes to art, you had the physical art. So let's say La Joconde, for example. Everybody know that there's only one Joconde, and it's probably in the Louvre. And you have this painting from Gauguin, this picture from Michelangelo, those ones like that. There's pieces of art, and what makes the value of these pieces of art is in the auctions, the exchange that people with money or will decide that they are ready to buy this art. So I'll buy it for 10, me I'll buy it for 20, me I'll buy it for 50, okay, I'll put 100, or me I'll put 1,000, etc. And this is what defines the price of the artwork. So La Joconde probably is worth, I don't even know how much La Joconde is worth, but it must be a lot of money. And anybody can do a copy, right, of La Joconde. Anybody. So, like, if you forget that the whole definition that I gave you about what is a NFT, think of it is now in my own simple terms. La Joconde, it's an artwork that you can go see in a museum, and everybody know that there's only one painting of the original, and it is super protected, and it's there. It lives inside of the museum, and if you try to steal it, you might, yeah, there must be a bunch of alarm on it, right? Now, you can go to any good painter, like a good painter who trained all his life, can do you a copy and paint you a real copy that will look exactly like the original. But it will not be the original. And the reason why those who know which one is the original know is because, yeah, they have carbon 14. They have like ways to know exactly which one is the original, because, yeah, they know where it is. But you can buy a copy for $10. Or you can buy you can go to the museum and take a photo of it. And you can print your photo and put it in your wall. But this will not be the original. It will be a copy. And everybody knows that it's a copy. Same thing for a dollar bill. Let's say you have a dollar bill. I don't have one right here, but let's say this is a dollar bill, and it's worth $1. If you go and you scan this and you print it on a piece of paper, you cannot buy nothing with it, because everybody know that the other one is a fake one. And there's some ways to make sure that the real one is a real one and the fake one is a fake one. But all this is based on trust. On the blockchain is different. If you take, so for a long time, digital art, so let's say, you create a painting in a program, or you do art with Photoshop and you put it online, anybody can go and download your art. And for a long time, it didn't have any value, because it was hard to create a marketplace for something that is digital, because anybody can copy it, anybody can download it, anybody can do 1 million copies of your art. What the NFT does, it creates a smart contract that is associated with your art. And what happens with this is that because of this smart contract, your work now can have an origin, and it's all in the blockchain. And it's hard, and like your name will go with this art, and now you can have people, and you can create a marketplace, meaning that you can say, okay, I did this digital art, and I'm uploading it to my wallet on Ethereum, and I create a smart contract that goes with this art. And now, let's say there's one copy of this drawing. Anybody can still watch it. Anybody can still download it. Anybody can do whatever. But only one person owns it. And what is important is not the fact that you have the file on your computer. What is important is who owns the contract. And the person who owns the smart contract, and so who's the owner of the art, can sell it, can keep it, or can claim he has the original. And we go back to the example of La Joconde. Anybody can say, I got La Joconde at home. And you can have a fake one that is really well done. Anybody can have fake paintings at home, but only the people who have their ways to making sure which one is the real one will know if you have the real one or not. And on the blockchain is different. When you click on one piece of art that is tokenized, all the information about who created it and who owns it is there. So